So we've got Soulofox up here with us with a couple of their speakers. So you guys know the drill. You have 3 to 4 minutes to pitch. I'll chime in at about the 4 minute mark to help you guys conclude. If you have any tweet thread prepared, please go for it. And the stage is all yours. I'm sure we would all love to hear what does the fox say.
Yeah, awesome to be up here. Thanks for the invite. Hey, Joe, just thanks for listening in. It was a good segue into gaming. That's perfect. So, Soulofox, we've been here since October 2021. So, coming up on a year since we first launched our Gen Zero collection, which was a supply of 2,222 foxes. These foxes are in-game NFT characters. We were one of the first ones to do something like this, where you can log in with your NFT, start playing the game, and get well on your way to start playing and earning on the Solana chain. But what's super unique about Soulofox, we're not just a game, but we're finding the balance between gaming, Web3 gaming, and utility. And what that means is we built our game inspired by the legacy game MapleStory. Hopefully some of you have played it. And we're building out this entire universe called the Souloverse. Within that universe, we have the game, and then behind it, we're supporting it with a complete DApp dashboard, which we call the Solo Hub. A lot of solos, right? You can start to see the theme. But that dashboard not only supports the entire Soulofox community when you can just go right there to stake your foxes, stake your solo coin, use that for on-chain voting, and then also leverage the marketplace. But it also supports the entire, what we hope is the gaming ecosystem on Solana. So other gaming projects can come on because we've catered it towards gaming. That's kind of the niche that we're going for. Can come on, leverage our marketplace. We already have some exclusive partners who are trading their in-game items on our marketplace. And we tie it all together, powered by our SPL token, Solocoin. So everything that's done, whether it's opening up a treasure chest, earning through our released dungeon quest, which you play and you win, you earn Solocoin, everything's powered by that. So hopefully we painted this picture where the game, the utility, the token, Web3 all comes together, and we've hopefully planted a strong foot right in the middle of that to now release our Gen 1 collection, which is currently live. Our public mint just went live in the past hour on Magic Eden. And what the Gen 1 mint does, it opens up the supply beyond the original 2,222 supply with 3,333 more foxes, allowing for a more accessible buy-in into the project and start playing our game and start earning, and then also compound the Gen 1 fox onto the Gen 0 foxes for additional multiplier earnings, and also enter into some of the new regions that we're going to start to build and release more and more. That's kind of a recap of Soulofox. Happy to listen to what questions you guys have.
Awesome. Thank you for that. It was a quick, short, and efficient pitch. Really appreciate that, guys. So now we'll open up the stage to any questions. Who wants to start us off? So either your pitch was so good, everyone's dumbfounded and just have absolutely no questions, or we're just taking our sweet time here. So, Sneaky, I see you react, so I'm going to go call upon you. You have any questions or comments?
Yeah, so maybe you can tell us more about the game. You said that you guys have been around. You minted, was it like you said, but like a year ago, or maybe it wasn't a mint, but it was that you guys began to develop. Can you touch more upon the game and like what that looks like? Maybe how many users currently are active in that in the game and such?
Yeah, absolutely. So we did mint our first collection in October. We actually started development work even before that. But right now we have two core products that's part of the gaming center that are currently live. So one is the town hub, which is kind of like the multiplayer region where anybody can log in, whether you own a Fox or not. And I'll get into that in just a little bit. But you can log into the town hub, interact with NPCs, and from there you'll actually interact and enter into the Volcanic Quest, which is a 2D platformer scrolling game where we cater it in different ways. But one of the ways is we launched 4 different waves. Each wave gets more difficult as it goes, and every wave that you complete, you actually earn a new skill. So whether that's like a ground smash or a shooting projectile, and that hopefully makes each wave easier. And then as you complete the 4 waves, you come to a final boss, and if you beat the boss, then you get a reward. And at the end of that, we've done a few different things. Right now, we have a live leaderboard. So when people complete the game, depending on how quickly they beat it, they get a score, and that places you on the leaderboard. So we start to run events with that, and maybe every day or every couple of days, that's when we kind of take a snapshot of the leaderboard and give away prizes. That said, it's a little bit of a manual effort right now. And one of the major initiatives that we have following the Gen 1 Mint is to overlay an earning mechanism to create a much more automated way to earn rather than just rely on this manual process of the leaderboard.
Gotcha. Okay. And I think I'm good with that one. So if we want to dish it off, $4 to A2K for the next question. And thank you, Soulofox. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'd love to understand like user retention numbers and kind of your customer acquisition strategy. So like, what are you tracking on the retention side? Is it weekly? Is it monthly? Is it daily? Love to understand more about that.
Yeah, it's a great question, and it's something that's super important to us. So important that we're coming out with ways to track it better. So we don't have too much data right now, but what I can say is directed to our website, at least, we actually just crossed 20,000 unique visitors just in this month, and this month isn't over yet. So that's something that's really important to at least engage people onto our website, which hopefully flows them into the game. But customer retention and just general engagement into Soulofox and also Web3 gaming as a whole is incredibly important to us. And we've implemented a couple different things to hopefully accomplish this in a much better or more effective way. One is guest logins. So you actually don't need to own an NFT to play our game. And the reason why we did this is because we're a game on Web3. Like the eventual goal is for mass adoption. So we're not going to get there behind a paywall, buying into the various collections that we have. Of course, there's earning benefits with that, but guests can log in, try our game. If they like it, they can buy an NFT and start to earn more. But otherwise, we can just start to pull in new members and new community members who want to enjoy the game. We also have a lot of opportunities to provide like in-game items. So that's a very accessible way to introduce people into the ecosystem. Like, for example, if you enter into the town hub, sometimes we've been doing events with treasure hunts where you can find a key within the town hub and go onto our Solo hub, open up a treasure chest, put in the key, and get a free NFT item. So all of those reasons, we're trying to pull in as much engagement as possible, whether they buy an NFT or not. And to your point, we absolutely want to track some of that data better going forward.
Yeah, the retention question is so important because, these games can fizzle out very easily, right? And so like being able to track retention will help determine kind of your game roadmap, right? And what you need to invest into for that retention. I guess my question to you is, what is on the currency side, right? So when you earn this currency, do you get, when you spend it, do you get a competitive advantage when you spend it?
Yeah, in a couple of different ways. So part of our Solo Hub, and again, that's the DApp dashboard, we've actually released something called the Rewards Pass. So everybody who transacts on the Solo Hub gets XP. Or think about like, on Fortnite for you Fortniters, with the season pass, if you play enough, you get XP and you unlock new stages. We implemented something really similar on our marketplace, which I think is incredibly unique. So the more that you transact, the more volume that you produce, you earn more XP. And every few months, we're going to unleash a raffle system that, based on how much XP you earn, you actually get a portion of the prizes that we put out within that reward pass season. When you pay with Solo, you get 1.5x XP than other people. We also have a lot of ongoing mints. Something that Soulofox really strives ourselves to do is partner up with other projects, specifically gaming projects, because like I said, if other gaming projects succeed, we succeed. Like we're all in it together. We found a really strong gaming community, and we partnered with them to do collaboration mints that are minted purely in Solo coin. So we have an upcoming one with the Remnants, for example, and Catch King, where they're going to design items, or we're going to design items in collaboration with them that are kind of inspired by their items. And we're going to mint those in Solo coin. So you can only do that with our token. and then the items can be equipped onto your foxes within the game.
Alrighty, sick. Thank you for your response, and I think we'll move on to Hex, who has his hand up.
Hey, yeah, I'm actually on your YouTube. First of all, it's really cool to see some of these demo playthroughs. Like, it's nice to see a project that's actually got some significant development before they really sort of come into market. So that's really cool to see. So I've got two questions really. Is like sort of considering the amount of development and production that's gone into this, I'd be curious to know sort of have you done a fundraise before and how many people are on the team? And secondly, I'd be curious to understand a bit more what this Project Isles is and what the relationship is there.
Yeah, sure. So the first fundraising was our Gen Zero collection in October. That was kind of the foundation for how we've gotten to this point of development. That said, we've identified that we just can't continue to mint these new collections. That's not a sustainable way to run a project. And going forward, we're going to really emphasize the way that we generate income, and we're going to focus on a business-to-business model. I think one of the huge value adds of Soulofox goes back to the point of we're not just a gaming project, but we're actually a very utility-focused project where we've developed incredibly unique technology that we don't think the market has ever seen before. For example, part of our whitelisting experience was people going into our game, playing it, and if you beat the game, then you earn whitelist to our upcoming mint. Again, I don't think anybody's done that before, and we plan to capitalize on that. Things like our marketplace, things like our rewards pass, to have other projects help scale with that. And our hope is to put dollar value behind that. This is going to be a huge initiative for our roadmap going forward to pull in additional, reoccurring funding that's going to then drive game development. We haven't pursued a venture capitalist. We haven't pursued outside funding for a lot of reasons, but we feel very confident with the direction that we're going in. In terms of Isles, it's still under current development. It was kind of a side project in its own as a way to reward the community with 3D NFTs that we created as like a community prize. But we definitely wanted to pivot towards Tales of Soulofox. That's where we think we're going to be most successful. Isles is still on the roadmap, but I would say it's a little bit more in the future. But just really quickly, it is a metaverse type project where we collaborate with other projects, and then we build kind of custom Isles for them to interact with. So we've already done some. We have some really strong partnerships that the partners are unfortunately waiting some time, but we gave them the heads up that the Tales of Soulofox is our current main initiative right now.
Awesome, thank you so much. Yes, it's I really like what you're doing, and I like a lot of the things that you're saying. So yeah, GG's.
Thanks for the question. Appreciate it.
Awesome, thank you. So I think we'll move on to the next question, if any. Easy, you got anything for us?
No, nothing for me. I was an original minter of Soulofox, so a little bit biased, I guess you could say, but excited to see where it goes.
Easy, we appreciate you.
Alrighty, so I think we have time for a couple more questions, if any. I mean, it was a great pitch, and behind the scenes, all the judges and I were just chatting about the pitch, and it just seems like everyone really likes it. It was very smooth. Thank you guys so much for coming. But if it's any more questions, any clarifications necessary, now's the time to speak up.
Just a comment, really. I just want to say that's probably my favorite project I've had come on the Launchpad and Grow so far. So yeah, massive round of applause to you, mate.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
think I agree the sentiments, and I don't mean to cut you off here either, Solo, with what Hex and Warbucks is saying. And I don't know if it's appropriate, Warbucks, but maybe since we all share a similar sentiment, and like I think we all are saying, buying into the people that are speaking as well with good communication skills, able to like intellectually get through a conversation and kind of provide insight to the audience members, people who are going to listen to this. You give good exposure to what what is important, and of course the project and what's being delivered, the development team, etc. All that stuff is extremely important. But being able to come up in a public setting and articulate yourself gives, inspires confidence in people, and like that's what I think we're looking for. Investors are looking for just in general. So if maybe you want to, it looks like to me you guys started to mint out on the Magic Eden Launchpad yesterday. I think I was kind of like looking at it, and when I saw it was like 30-40% of the way through. Maybe you can like, I don't know if it's appropriate, Warbucks, but show us, kind of just give us a little bit of information, I think, as to what's going on with the mint right now, and like where can people look and where can they mint?
Yeah, absolutely. Please feel free to share.
Awesome. Means a lot, Sneaky and Hats. Really appreciate it. So Gen 1 Mint is public. It's been on the page for a while because we've had some long phases. We started with our Gen 0 holders because we love them. They're our OG holders, and we benefit, or we try to make them benefit as much as possible. So we gave them some discounted pricing, bought in with some solo, and then guaranteed mint. And then we had a whitelist mint phase as well, which has gone a little slower. And same with public. I think it's just a nature of the market. We weren't the most hype mint coming in. We started our project almost a year ago, which is freaking insane. And we get the market landscape. But man, we have so much coming. We have such a strong vision for what we're going to deliver on. We just launched our new roadmap. So if anybody's interested in Soulofox, our Gen 1 Mint is live right now. If you guys have any questions, join our Discord. We're happy to answer them. And I'll leave it at that. Thanks so much for having us. And appreciate all the wise and the kind words, guys.
Yep. Thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I just want to echo what Sneaky said earlier. At the end of the day, it's about communication between the brand or the project or the collection with their community, right? So public speaking is really important, and just want to give a shout out to Soulofox. You guys did a great job, efficient pitch, efficient responses, and just great stuff all in all. Thank you guys so much for coming. Best of luck with your mint. It's still live. We're at 28% and growing, so let's fucking go. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming. And yeah, so I guess it's now the time for us to move to the judges. And so now during this phase of Launchpad and Grill, we usually go around the table and the judges tell us about that one project from today that they are bullish on and why. So Easy, why don't you start us off?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's got to be Soulofox. Existing project, clear team, dedicated, eager to see where it goes, and they're not scared to work with people in the space. So all great signs, excited to see what shapes up with the project.
Sick. Thank you. So now let's move on to A2K.
Yeah, I'd have to say Soulofox as well. They've got, again, existing team. And I was impressed by, sometimes as a founder, you want to have all the answers, but sometimes you don't have all the answers. And that honesty and being transparent about it, that matters too.
Thank you. Sneaky.
Just, closing thoughts is, thanks for having me up here. I really appreciate it. Look forward to, maybe doing this sometime in the future. I'm always readily available. Thank you very, very much again for having me up here. Easy, A2K. Love you guys, Hex. That. Love you too, man. Like, I think I got Easy, we got to meet up. I know, Easy, you just moved down to where I'm at. So we talk like almost every day, brother. Warbucks, thank you. Of course, guys, listeners, everybody that's down in the crowd. Liberty, much love. Cass, huge love. GG. Immense love. Everybody down there, Daramola, Beetle, you guys are the shit. Daniel, Solana, love being here. Thank you for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
I feel like every time Sneaky has the mic, it's just like an Oscar acceptance speech. Just like love, thank you, shout outs to everybody. I love that vibe, man. Always love the wholesomeness in your bits. So let's move on to Hex. Last but not least.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a unanimous Soulofox. Yeah, I mean, like learning that. I mean, he minted in October, which is obviously similar times to when we minted as well. And like, it's no easy task to sit there and be here developing every day on the things that you promised in October, and to still see him here developing on his promise again. It's really cool, and it's definitely the things that we want to be pushing forward in this ecosystem. So yeah, that was on a personal note. That's really cool to see. So he's going to have a quiet head nod from me. But yeah, as always, Magic Eden, thank you so much for hosting these. I think it's good for everyone in the crowd to sort of get an understanding of the people behind these projects, and there really is more to just sort of there's more to tweets and marketing. Like it's nice to see the kind of understanding and actual products that are trying to be shipped here, and having these opportunities to deep dive it is really beneficial.
Thank you for that. Yeah, just big shout out to Satori, My Speakeasy, as Soulofox for coming up today and pitching the projects. And of course, Easy, A2K, Sneaky, and Hex for taking the time out on a Friday or the weekend, wherever you guys are, and just sharing your thoughts on these different projects and speaking on behalf of the community. We're always looking for more judges, so if you're interested in being a judge on our Launchpad and Grill, please slide into our DMs on Magic Eden or DM me at Warbucks. That's Warbucks with 5 S's. All right. Thank you guys so much. Have a lovely weekend ahead, and we will see you again next week.